Basic appraisal procedures, page 190. Exterior finish work. Exterior finish work ideally is completed as soon as final framing is finished to protect the exposed surfaces from the elements. The specific steps taken in finishing the exterior will depend on the exterior finish chosen. In most cases, the stud framing is usually covered with some type of composition sheet goods. Today, it is common for the entire exterior to be wrapped in a thin layer of house wrap. In the past, felt paper was used. While it appears to be a minimal step, the wrap is a significant improvement in construction and is designed to prevent air permeation through the exterior side of the wall. Many types of exterior finishes are available today. It is most common for brick construction to first have veneer laid up over the wrapped framing. Vinyl and wood siding products are similarly applied. Concrete composition siding has the appearance of wood and is installed and finished in a similar manner. However, it has an advantage over wood products in that it is unlikely to suffer from deterioration. In recent years, several synthetic stucco materials have been introduced to the market. Early types of this exterior surface material were riddled with problems due to water permeation. These problems were addressed and the result is considered to be high quality, versatile product. In applying these synthetic stucco finishes, a foam board underlay is used with a mesh product immediately following. The synthetic product is then applied over this prepared surface. The product is extremely versatile and it allows easy creation of architectural detail used, shaped, and patterned foam forms. The final exterior finish will include the finish of soffits, installing window and door trim, and other decorative trim as specified in the building plans. Exterior finish also includes the completion of porches, decks, and other exterior components. Important points. The 9th step in the construction of a new home is exterior finish work. Exterior finish work takes place once all the framing is complete to protect exposed surfaces from the elements. This step usually involves covering the framing with some type of composition sheet goods or wrap to significantly improve construction and insulate. A type of exterior finish is then applied and all exterior details and decorations are also completed. Completion. Technically, from an appraiser's point of view, the construction project is complete when the house is in 100% marketable state. In other words, a typical purchaser would consider the property to be acceptable and in move-in condition. In most cases, the appraiser may be asked by the lender/client who is financing the project to certify that the construction is complete. Usually, if any item or process is incomplete, that would have an adverse effect on the value of the property. The lender will not be willing to release the funds from the new construction loan or convert the loan to a permanent type. At this final point in the construction process, the site should have received its final grade with seed and straw applied or sod. Page 191. Installed. The contractors have removed their tools and materials. Cleanup will have taken place and all debris and debris and discarded materials have been removed. Ideally, as a true judgment of final completion has taken place when the building authorities have approved the structure for final occupancy. In some cases, a final occupancy permit will be issued as part of the permit process. Important points. The 10th and final step of the construction of a new home is completion. Completion has occurred when the house is in a 100% marketable state. It is move-in ready, and in some cases, a final occupancy permit will be issued as part of the permit process. The plot is no longer a construction site. Final grade seed, straw, or sod has been installed, and the site will be generally cleared of all construction remnants. Building codes, permits, and inspections. There are numerous building codes that can prevail when performing any type of construction work. This is true for new construction as well as for remodeling existing buildings. Application of these standards might be broad depending on the geographic area and location, and they could vary by type of work being done and or what type of building structure is involved. Here, the emphasis is mainly on residential construction, and although building codes were established first, then a permit system to enforce building codes, then an inspection system to ensure compliance with the codes and permits. We will discuss these in reverse order. Building inspections. Building inspection is the process whereby government authorities, usually state or local, are charged with the duty of ensuring compliance with prevailing building codes. Since building codes are written to ensure that buildings are safe, enforcement of those codes through inspection is in the best interest of the community. Building inspections, though, differ. Build your knowledge. Number of processes for the construction of a new home in order of 1 through 10. Page 192. Customer satisfaction. Appraisers may be involved in the construction of a new home as early on as the research and planning stage. Practice your knowledge of construction options and preferences by determining what is needed to achieve a buyer's goals. Let's just skip that. From home inspections in that building, inspectors do not inform a prospective buyer of any potential future problems with the house, but only ensure compliance with current building standards. Building inspections cover all aspects of a new construction project, from the initial plans to the final completion of the structure. Building inspections are also performed for lesser projects that only deal with altering specific aspects of an existing home. The contractor or homeowner usually must call for an inspection when work is completed based on a permit obtained prior to beginning the work. For existing houses, the inspection is very specific to the particular work or repair being done. For a new build, though, the inspection process is a sequence of inspections that roughly follows the new house building process outlined in the previous section. Sequence of inspections. The Uniform Building Code details basic inspections that are common for new construction houses. The sequence of inspections for a new house can vary depending on the city or locale, and sometimes there is overlap. Page 193. Between the inspection phases listed here, so always check with the local government building compliance office. Number 1, preliminary preparation. During the first inspection, much of the focus is on the building plans and blueprints to ensure they are accurate, viable, and in accordance with all local regulations. During this inspection phase, it also may be necessary to have temporary power and temporary sanitation facilities approved. 2, site foundation. The inspection is done after trenches and holes are dug for footers, after concrete forms have been erected, and after reinforcing steel is in place, but before concrete is poured. An additional inspection may be required or performed after the footers and or basement walls are poured. Other site inspections that are likely to be performed during this phase are underground conduits, gas lines, water lines, sewer lines, and the slope or grade of the lot. Compliance with setback requirements is also checked. From this point forward, it is important for all plans and permits to be kept at the job site, prominently displayed and available for inspection on request. 3, underfloor. Underfloor inspections cover foundation, walls, and floor joists, as well as any rough plumbing, water pipes, drains and sewer, heating, ducts, returns and vents, gas lines, electrical or other mechanical items that are to be installed under the floors. This inspection takes place before subflooring or insulation is installed. 4, close-in inspection. This inspection is made after the framing, exterior sheathing, and roof are complete. Other items inspected include windows, doors, stairs, etc., as well as fire blocking and bracing. Sometimes final rough inspections are included in this phase. 5, rough inspection. Additional rough inspections are performed as necessary during this inspection phase, including completed plumbing, heating, electric, and mechanicals. These completed systems likely will be load tested if this was not already done as part of the close-in phase. Basically, this inspection phase covers all items that will be covered by insulation and drywall in the next construction phases. 6, insulation. After final approval during other inspection phases, the okay is given for the installation of insulation in the house. Once insulation has been installed throughout the house, it must be inspected before being covered up. 7, drywall/wall cover. After approval is received on the insulation, then the drywall, gypsum board, or other wall coverings can be installed. Once the initial boards are important points. Building inspections differ from home inspections in that building inspectors do not inform prospective buyers of future problems. They only check and ensure the current building standards are complied with. The sequence of inspections consists of 8 parts. Number 1, preliminary. Number 2, site foundation. Number 3, underfloor. Number 4, close-in inspection. Number 5, rough inspection. Number 6, insulation. Number 7, drywall/wall cover. Number 8, final inspection. As of the second step of inspections, site foundation, all plans and permits need to be kept at the job site, prominently displayed and available for inspection on request. These 8 steps apply specifically to newly built houses, but may not be acceptable to smaller remodeling projects. It is always important to check with your local building compliance authority.